beautiful blue and cloudy sky. I'm Lachlan Roberts, your commentator for this afternoon's match between Monaro Panthers and Tuggeranong United in this round 2 NPLW fixture. Joining alongside me is Jeremy Magan. Good afternoon, how are you, mate?
Hi Lachlan, how are you?
Yeah, good.
Thanks for having me here. Good afternoon to everyone tuned in on Bar TV this afternoon. Important game, isn't it, Lachlan, in this short season? Game 2 is already crucial for those two teams. Both lost, unfortunately, last weekend. I'm looking forward to seeing how they bounce back. Absolutely.
As you mentioned, Jeremy, both teams lost last week. Monaro went down to a dominant Belconnen United side, 9-0. Out at Hawker Football Centre, while Tuggeranong suffered a 3-1 loss at the hands of Campion United Academy. It was a strong performance from Tuggeranong United, who felt a little bit hard done by during the week. You spoke to Coach Michael Aldridge during the week. What was his thoughts on the fixture?
I had a good chat with him. Indeed, he, like you say, he felt hard done by. I think they showed a great defensive game. In front of him, Canberra United just had some cracking goals. I mean, that shot from Sasha Grove from 30 yards out, beautiful goal, and then the second goal was on free kick, third goal on the penalty kick. So they really thought that they could have gotten better than that loss. But you know, Michael is not one to look back. He's just working this week and he's ready to take on Monaro today.
Especially in such a shortened season, as well documented due to COVID-19 and all the drama that has thrown Capital Football's competitions this season. Especially such a short season, every match is vital, and no more so than this fixture here this afternoon. Going through the lineups for Monaro Panthers, we've got Janet King, who replaces Yelena Josipic in goals. The backline of Heather Brayshaw, Tamba Compte, Riley Whiteley and Georgia Grant. And in the midfield, we've got Rachel Hardwick, Elizabeth Edwards, Darby Whiteley, Kenzie Osfield, Isabella Wallace, and up top we have Monique Eaton, who will be tasked with leading the line and scoring the goals this afternoon for Monaro. For Tuggeranong, in goals this afternoon is Isabella Sanzari, and the backline is Alyssa Bozanovska, Laura Mustaine, Annie-Marie Sims, who is just, how old is she, Jeremy? You heard through the week?
14 years old. Michael told me it's her first start in first team with Tuggeranong. Great effort at 14 years old.
I'm not sure what you're doing at 14 years old. I was definitely not playing first grade, that's for sure. And she'll be joined in the backline as well by Claire Falls. In the midfield we have Sophia Felinato, Rhiannon Daisley, her sister Sarah Daisley, and Sophia Boo. Out front we have Chloe Daisley and Jacqueline Freeman. Our officials this afternoon is Jackson Tippett, who is his debut first grade match in the middle. He says he's a bit nervous, but I'm sure he'll do a good job today. And he is joined by Annabelle Whalen and Jacob Martin.
It'll be interesting to see those two teams playing in, from what I understand, formations that I haven't played in before. Tuggeranong is usually playing a 4-2-3-1. And they went to 4-4-2 this week, and Michael was telling me that that's something that worked quite well last week in second half against Canberra United Academy. And when I was playing 4-1-4-1, I'm a big fan of the 4-1-4-1. I think it's a very versatile formation. You can be a 4-3-3, you can be a 5-4-1 pretty easily. So I'm quite interested to see that tactical duel between the two coaches.
Especially, I think the message from Monaro Panthers this afternoon is not concede early. I think after conceding 9 goals last weekend against Belconnen, who are the best side in the competition over the last decade, that's for sure. But let's not concede a goal early is the message from Paul Townsley, the coach of Monaro Panthers this afternoon, and just make sure they shore up the ship and give it a red-hot crack in the second half.
That would have been a hard one for him as well. First game, first year at Monaro Panthers. Never easy to start with Belconnen, but I guess the silver lining is now it's behind him. He faced them game 1 and he can focus on the 7th game of the season.
Yeah, baptism by fire for sure. Coming against a strong side that has dominated the competitions over the last 10 years. This matchup is an exciting one. The last time Tuggeranong United actually won was back in round 12 in 2019, and it was against Monaro Panthers. So they've shown some good form against the Panthers in the recent seasons, and they won both fixtures there last season, 3-2 and 2-1. So Monaro will look to change that form this afternoon. Both teams have made their way out to the pitch this afternoon as another side effect of COVID-19. No official walk-on or team photos or official handshakes, and kick-off is moments away.
Two captains near the referee. Rachel Hardwick, who's the captain for Monaro Panthers, is actually a new player at Monaro Panthers. She comes from Waga City Wanderers, where she was playing last year. So first season, and start with the armband. Good on her.
Could not ask for better weather here at Riverside Football Stadium. Beautiful conditions, a slight breeze, great weather for football. Early predictions, Jeremy. What can you expect?
Watching the two games last week, I mean, it's unfortunate for Monaro, like we discussed, but Tuggeranong did show a good defensive side. So I had predicted a 2-1 victory for Tuggeranong. I did think that they had their star scorer in the team today, but Michael was telling me that Christy Helmers, who scored the 1 goal last week against Canberra United, and she scored 3 goals last season in 7 games, has actually flown back to the US to study. So we won't be seeing any more of her this season. I'm interested to see what Jacqueline Freeman and Chloe Daisley do up front. It's big shoes to fill in.
Absolutely. Looks like we're all set and ready to go. Waiting for Jackson Tippett to blow the whistle. And away we go. Tuggeranong with the first possession.
And that's the first throw in for Tuggeranong.
A quick switch out wide to the right-hand side. Comes in behind. Lively Sophia Filanetto holds the ball up. Throwing for Tuggeranong United here. Bright start for the side. Monaro try to clear their lines here. Great pass out from the back. Bright start to the game here for both sides.
You can see that the teams are well in place and ready to jump on every ball. That's a good start for sure.
Thrown here for Monaro. Tuggeranong throw here, which will be taken by Alyssa Bozanovska. Long distance effort, tries her luck.
See that she checked on the left, checked on the right, didn't see a solution, tried herself at a long shot.
Balling behind here from Monaro Panthers, chased by Elizabeth Edwards and cleared by Tuggeranong United for a throw to Monaro. End-to-end football to start with, not scrappy at all as I was expecting. Both teams moving the ball nicely down the flanks.
And good clearance by Anne-Marie Sims, who is our 14-year-old player today. She doesn't look an inch shorter than any other player on the field. I'm sure she'll do great.
How good was that clearance? Out of the stadium. Tuggeranong's clearance clips the Monaro Panthers player, and it'll be their throw in on that far side. Rachel Hardwick cleans up the ball there for Monaro, but turns it over. Great ball to the overlapping Alyssa Bozanovska. Breaks into the box. but well cleared by Georgia Grant for a Tuggeranong throw.
Great effort by Georgia. I'd never let Alisa go around to get the ball in the box. Very good defensive effort.
As mentioned, there's quite a young side for both teams today, and Georgia Grant also is one of the teenagers in the squad, just 17 years of age, tasked with the lead in that back line for Monaro today. As the ball is cleared into the midfield, Rachel Hardwick has the ball. Pass it out wide to Elizabeth Edwards, who has time here to weigh up her options. Tries to find the ball out the back, which is cleared by Anna Marie Sims, the young 14-year-old again. Jacqueline Freeman, who's playing up front, keeps dropping down into that far left-hand side to receive the ball. One back here by Kenzie Osfield. Isabella Watts looks to go put the ball in behind, but well contested by Tuggeranong. Nearly a turnover there by Tuggeranong.
You can see here on the pitch that Monaro Panthers, that 4-1-4-1 has become a 4-3-3 to start with both Monique Eaton and Elizabeth Edwards taking the wings.
Well spotted. Monaro showing a lot of patience playing with the ball in their back line, waiting for that killer pass. Fortunately, it's turned over and cleared by Tuggeranong, for which the keeper, Janet King, easily picks up and boots it back down the other end of the field. Won by Anna Marie Sims there. Great clearance. Round Daisley. Pass up to Jacqueline Freeman, who puts it out wide for Claire Falls, but well cleared by Riley Whiteley. Tuggeranong throw in here. Quick throw taken. Then the catches Monaro off guard. And a scrubby shot from Tuggeranong trickles out for a goal kick for Monaro Panthers. Bright stuff on both sides. So it's Jeremy, have you seen it?
Yeah, definitely, and it's Sophia Bui's second attempt already on the goal, so you can see that whenever she's got the ball, her mind goes straight to the posts. Wish her luck for the rest of the game. Monaro seems to have a bit more control of the ball. Tuggeranong hasn't been able to build yet. Looking forward to seeing how they're going to keep going on that first half.
Chloe Daisley holds the ball up there. Great work. Tuggeranong seem content to shoot from outside the box here. Just take as many shots as they can. Seems to be the message from Michael Aldred here this afternoon. Great clearance by the 14-year-old. Here comes Kenzie Osfield, but well cleared by Tuggeranong's Alyssa Bozanovska. Out for a throw-in, which will be taken by Georgia Grant here on the near side for Monaro Panthers. Well, one in the midfield there by Tuggeranong. Kenzie Osfield ducks inside. The ball trickles out for a throw-in. Kenzie Osfield has looked bright early on, hasn't she? Nipped in and won a few balls.
Definitely, and you can see that she's got good skills. I'm also happy to see Bozinovska's defensive effort. A couple of offenses couldn't get past her. That right side for Tuggeranong, Alisa Bozinovska and Sofia Forenero, was actually playing for Monaro last season. They just went
playing against their old side.
First game back at Riverside for them.
A big wrap for Sofia Forenero in the yellow headband here this afternoon. One to watch this season, according to her fellow teammates. Got a rocket of a right boot, so watch out for that this afternoon if she gets a chance to shoot from outside the box.
It's probably one of the message from Michael as well, seeing how frustrating last week was when they only could score a last-minute penalty to try those shots from outside the box. Anna Marie Sims has had a great start for her first
starting position in that back line of Tuggeranong United. But well cleaned up here by Tempe Compton. Rachel Hardwick on the ball again. She's tasked with pulling the strings there this afternoon for Monaro. She's doing a great job so far. Villanova nearly turns the ball over here. Monaro jump in. Rachel Hardwick again plays it out wide to Elizabeth Edwards, who looks for the ball into the box. But well cleared by Tuggeranong. Rachel Hardwick again wins another tackle. Breaks into the box on her right foot, but well cleared by Tuggeranong's left back. Chance here as Tuggeranong break down the far side. Jacqueline Freeman has the ball, holds it up, has little options, and well won by Monaro Panthers. Great tackle. As Rhiannon Daisy picks the ball now, looks in behind, but no one's there to run through for it, and it's picked up by Janet King in goals.
A little bit too deep that last ball, and unfortunately on that counter-attack, not a lot of support for Jacqueline Freeman.
Great win in the midfield there by Elizabeth Edwards, who tries and fires the ball forward. But Tuggeranong clean up their mess. Yet again, Rachel Hardwick jumps in and wins that ball. Oh, my mistake, actually. That was Isabella Wallace. My mistake. But what great midfield partnership so far we've seen by Rachel Hardwick and Isabella Wallace. Just cleaning up, making sure Tuggeranong don't break in that counter-attack. Villanova picks at the ball in the midfield, looks for options. Finds Claire Falls. Actually, that was Chloe Daisley. Great ball down the line for number 11 to chase the ball here. Monique Eaton, but turns the ball over, and Filanetto puts the ball in behind and asks Jacqueline Freeman to chase it, but it's cleaned up easily by Janet King in goals, who fires it out straight away to number 2 out there on the right-hand side.
Riley Watley, another one of our teenagers playing today, 17 years old.
Quite a few sisters in the squad here today. Riley and Darby Whiteley in the starting 11 for Monaro Panthers, and then we've got the three Daisley sisters playing for Tuggeranong United, Rhiannon, Sarah and Chloe. As the ball breaks in behind, Janet King clears it into a Tuggeranong player, but it falls kindly for Monaro's defence and they clean up. Rachel Hardwick again on the ball here, turns well. Finds a cheeky nutmeg but turns the ball over. Isabella Wallace on the ball now. Justifies Kenzie Osfield. The young 14-year-old turns the ball over. Monaro have a chance here to play down the line, but overcooks the pass. And Claire Falls will take the throw in on the far side for Tuggeranong United. Long throw Jacqueline Freeman, but well won by Monaro, who seems content to play with the ball in the back line here this afternoon.
I think you can see that Tuggeranong's playing quite deep, so Monaro bringing the ball all the way down to their defense is probably an invitation for Tuggeranong to play higher up the field, so Monaro could have opportunities for long through balls.
Here's a chance. So as Bozanovska breaks forward, but well cleaned up by Monaro. Great touch in the midfield there. Oh, turned over though. Villanetto cleans up. Tuggeranong had the foot on the ball. Isabella Wallace finds a midfield partner in Rachel Hardwick. Seems content to play the ball back. Well worked by Monaro. As Darby Whiteley has the ball. Turns it over again. And here comes Jacqueline Freeman with the ball. Surrounded by Monaro players. Chance here, breaks the edge of the box. Shot. Straight into the arms of Janet King.
Nice.
That was Laura Mustaney broke forward. The centre back and has the shot.
Something I like to see as well is she takes her chance, she goes all the way up, no hesitation in the Tuggeranong team. Sarah Daisley, who would play usually on that offensive midfield game, take her position straight away. Good communication in that ranks.
Decent strike for a centre back though. Unfortunately, just went straight to Janet King in goals. Bit of scrappy play on that far side, and it falls to Tuggeranong for a throw in. And they'll look again for Jacqueline Freeman up the line. Turned over. Heather Brayshaw swings it out wide, but well cleared. Temi Comte tries that exact same ball again, and it's cleared again. Overhit pass, unfortunately, by Sarah Daisley, and it's a Monaro throw. Well done by Fulanetto, who wins a free kick. That's what you want from one of your wingers, right? Come back, drop back, win the ball, and win a free kick for a side. And a chance here now for Tuggeranong to put the ball into the box.
Great effort by Fulanetto. She looks like she took a hit. Hopefully she can. She's just jogging and she's playing for the rest of the game.
Ball in by the box for Sarah Daisley. Finds his way at the back. Header. Saved by Janet King. And Monaro look for the quick counter-attack, but well stopped by Anna Marie Sims. Great ball into the box there, but well saved by Janet King.
Great free kick all the way to the far post, and a nice header by Sophia Bui.
Just lacked the power. Well intercepted again. Ball in behind. Asks Jacqueline Freeman to chase. Monaro are very content to play the ball from the back, and they've done that really well here today so far. Out wide to Monica Eaton, who holds the ball up but turns it over again. Great pass by Jacqueline Freeman out wide. Ball forward for Chloe Dazzy. Great solid tackle by Tembi Compton. Cleans up. And Elizabeth Edwards wins herself a throw in on that right hand side.
Just over 50 minutes in the game, and we're yet to see an attempt at target for Monaro, but defensively they definitely look solid, and they're playing a good passing football.
Isabella Walsh is surrounded by 6 Tuggeranong players there, but still manages to find the pass out wide. Fulanetto is limping a little bit on that left ankle, I think, from when she won that free kick earlier, so hopefully she can continue to play and shake it off. Well won there by Rachel Hardwick, who breaks forward, passes to Kenzie Osfield. Well tackled. And the no rubbish clearance from Elizabeth Edwards, out for a throw in for Monaro, which will be taken by Riley Whiteley on the right hand side. As you pointed out, Jeremy, it seems like Monaro have moved to a 4-3-3 from the interpositions instead of the aforementioned 4-1-4-1 at the beginning of the game. Why do you think Paul Townsley's done that?
I think maybe he's, not to take example of last week's game, but maybe he's thinking scoring a goal as early as possible, he's his chance. We can see that despite playing in 4-3-3, they have a very solid defensive game. And I think with unlucky. Good left foot right there. I don't know if it was a shot or a cross.
It's one of those cross shots.
Good.
One of those cross shots, and nearly found Monica Eaton on the back post there, but trickled out for a goal kick for Tuggeranong.
You can see on the Monaro side, I'm looking at Rachel Hardwick in the middle, who's definitely bringing that experience and composure, always putting a foot on the ball, organising her midfield. That's easier.
Well pressed by Monaro there.
Easier to change tactic at will when you got such talent in the midfield.
That 4-3-3 seems to be working quite well for Monaro so far this afternoon. They've got Rachel Hardwick and Isabella Wallace just winning that midfield battle early on against the Tuggeranong midfield. Darby Whiteley wins the ball there, breaks forward. Ball cleaned up by Elizabeth Edwards. Miscommunication there. McClare falls, wins Jackson Tippers point for a free kick there for Tuggeranong United. Saves the blushes of Tuggeranong's backline there. Maybe just a little bit of inexperience when you've got a 14-year-old leading your backline, just a miscommunication. That just comes with more game time though. But a bright start for the 14-year-old.
Exactly, her first 20 minute starting a game in first grade. It's definitely showing her presence, doesn't give any space to Osfield, the Monaro striker.
Jacqueline Freeman's pass trickles out to this near side for a Tuggeranong throw-in. Wins the header, but falls safely to Tempe Comte, who looks out wide again for Riley Whiteley, but turned the ball over. A bit of a heavy pass there from Compton, overhit. Jacqueline Freeman's also been told to use her physical presence up forward. She's winning every throw-in and every header that comes her way, and hopes to bring it down for her midfield.
She's keeping two Monaro defenders busy every time the ball comes to her.
Ball breaks for Sarah Daisley, who hits the pass out for a Tuggeranong throw-in. Which will be taken by Claire Falls out there on that far side. Which coach do you think will have to be more happy with the first 20 minutes of this game? Jeremy?
Oh, I think, I think they'll probably both be happy. Michael Aldred, because his team is well in place in defense, and Paul Tansley, seeing how solid his team can be as well, and not having conceded a goal after last week's complicated debut. Seeing that defense from Compton and Brayshaw, I'm having a hard time seeing how it was so hard for them last week, but I guess we do know the talent Balconen has up front.
Throw in here for Monaro, which was taken by Riley Whiteley. Finds assist to Darby in the midfield, who turns nicely, still holds onto the ball. Sister's intuition there for sure. But the ball breaks for Tuggeranong. Well won by Rachel Hardwick in the middle, who slides in. Looking over in behind for Jacqueline. Jacqueline Freeman, who puts pressure on Compton. Shanks the ball out for the first corner of this afternoon's contest. And it goes to Tuggeranong United.
Good pressure up there by Freeman, forcing Compton to do whatever she could with the ball to get the danger away, and good corner won by Tuggeranong.
Seems like that's definitely a tactic that Michael Aldred's side's using this afternoon. As I mentioned earlier, Jacqueline Freeman using her height advantage to win as many throws in long balls as possible, and putting pressure on Compton and Brayshaw in that centre-back pairing. Only 4 players in the box for Tuggeranong for this corner. As it's whipped in near post. Falls to. Well blocked. And well blocked again.
Clearly a corner that was worked in training. 2 girls on the goal line, the ball going straight in there. Nice left shot attempt by Sophia Bui. With no luck, unfortunately.
Monaro throwing their body in the way. Helping out their goalkeeper, Janet King. And just cleared there by Georgia Grant on the near side. Best chance of the game. That's for sure. And actually, Alyssa Bosnovic had the follow-up and should take the throw in here. Controls nicely, whips the ball into the box, goes near side again. Cleared by Compton. And off Bosnovic's head for a throw-in for Monaro, which will be taken by Georgia Grant, who fakes to throw it in and then does. Cleared again by Bosnovska.
Winning a nice 5 meters in the meantime.
I think we have a shortage of balls here this afternoon, as two have already gone down to the river. Georgia Grant jogs 20 metres to pick a ball up down the other side of the field. Turned over there. Georgia Grant wins it again. Cleaned up by Anna Marie. Great composure. Comes out here to Jacqueline Freeman, who plays it back to Fulanello. Holds the ball up. And Heather Brayshaw will come over to clear. Tuggeranong press high though. Jacqueline Freeman presses and wins her side a throw in there. Great pressure from Tuggeranong. Didn't let Monaro out easily, that's for sure.
There was a good sequence in the midfield for Tuggeranong. Unfortunately, the last pass was a bit too long, but great follow-up pressure.
Oh, it's Jackson Tippett's playing for a penalty. Looked fairly innocuous, but looks like Compton's given away a free kick, or a penalty, should I say.
There was a bit of contact in the back of the leg.
On Chloe Daisley, yeah.
Chloe Daisley, indeed. I didn't see the contact being as bad as a penalty, but he was very well placed.
A chance for Tuggeranong United to take the lead on the 26th minute. Sophia Buey and blazes over. Fails to hit the target, fails to trouble the keeper. A let-off, huge let-off for Monaro Panthers. And the score remains 0-0.
Unlucky from Sophia Buey, who had a fair few attempts in the early game.
That is a massive let-off for Monaro Panthers. Can they capitalise on it though? They struggle to clear their lines here as Tuggeranong press high. And well cleared by Claire Falls for a Monaro Panthers throw in. It seemed to just rush it, didn't it? I thought, Buey there, that just didn't take her time.
She didn't take her time.
Less than 30 seconds after Jackson Tippett blew for the penalty, she had taken a shot and missed.
Didn't take her time. Maybe it's a superstition thing, but didn't place the ball herself.
Well, last week Tuggeranong did score from the penalty spot, and that was from Christy Helmers, as you mentioned pre-game, has flown back to the US to continue her studies at the Nicholls State University. So
you would hope that missed penalty is not going to play over again and again in Sophia Buey's head, and that she's going to be able to move on from it.
Tuggeranong can't let their heads drop though. Huge moment, but the game moves on. Throw in here for Riley Whiteley, who finds Isabella Wallace, who turns the ball over. Well pressed by Tuggeranong. Rhiannon Daisley wins that ball there. Compton clears with the head. Great Cruyff turn. Looks at the ball in behind, but well cleared by Monaro. Monica Eaton wins the ball out here, passes to her captain in the midfield, who turns the ball over.
Great effort and great pass by Sims right
Here comes Chloe Daisley, who breaks forward, passes the ball in behind for Jacqueline Freeman. But the keeper is quickly off her line and cleans up. And throws the ball out wide to Georgia Grant. Tuggeranong is pressing really high up the field now. Long range effort. And it's in!
Oh,
What a strike!
yeah,
Incredible! Is that Rhiannon Daisley with the strike? Just speculative effort, that's for sure. And just puts a boot through the ball. And spills through the hands of Janet King into her own net. 1-0 Tuggeranong United.
Shot from almost 40 meter far. I think the sun definitely played its part over there in Janet King's eye. Very, very unlucky for the Monaro keeper.
It just looked like Daisley just booted the ball and just it was like, well, let's see what happens. Let's just see what goes on here. Incredible strike.
Great goal.
Plays the ball in behind for Jacqueline Freeman. She's offside here.
There's our answer. Tuggeranong did not put the head down after the missed penalty.
And it's 1-0 to Tuggeranong United. Throw in that far side. Yet again goes to Jacqueline Freeman up the line. Finds the ball in behind for Chloe Daisley. Monaro well cleared by Riley Whiteley, who wins herself and her side a throw in.
You could see on Daisley's face after she scored that goal, the look of surprise from herself as well.
It definitely was a speculative effort, wasn't it? Put the boot through the ball and see what happens, and what happened was a goal. What a strike. The game moves on though, and comes out wide to Rachel Hardwick, the captain, who tries and finds the ball in behind. Well cleared up by Tuggeranong. And Isabella Senzari clears. Claire falls with the ball here, brings it under control. Looks for the ball in behind, and Chloe Daisley's in here. She's joined. Jacqueline Freeman tries to break into the box to help her out, but the ball fails to find her, and Janet King comes out and cleans up and throws the ball out wide to Georgia Grant here, who takes on Fulanetto, beats her man. And yet again turns the ball over in the midfield. That's where Monaro are having their troubles. Turned over again.
A bit less
Long ball here for Jacqueline, who chases hard. The ball creeps into the box and it's picked up by Janet King.
A little bit less influence on the game from Rachel Hardwick, who's not touching as many balls as she has in the first half hour. And you can see it in the Monaro midfield.
She's definitely the one pulling the strings in the midfield there for Monaro. When she doesn't get the foot on the ball, the ball does go astray and the ball falls to Tuggeranong. She's an influential player.
We can also see that even before they scored the first goal, Tuggeranong started defending a little bit higher and higher off the pitch, probably understanding that Monaro midfield was going to cause them problems, giving them a little bit less space, a little bit less air to try and create their opportunities.
Ball falls to Fulanello for Tuggeranong, who wins, rides a tackle of two players and puts the ball in behind for Chloe Daisley to chase. Does well to turn, puts the ball into the box. Compton clears, falls to Jacqueline Freeman. It tries to win another header. Another long-range effort. This one is not on target and it's easy for Janet King to pick up.
Sophia Bui full of confidence, attempt number 6 already.
Well controlled in the midfield here by the goal scorer, who puts in behind for Fulanello, but the ball is overhit and trickles out for a throw-in. Early substitution here for Tuggeranong.
Sophia Bui missed out penalty earlier.
I didn't see any injury for Sophia Bui, so I wonder if that's just a tactical change, or was there an underlying injury heading into the game?
Seems like an early change. If it's just tactical, maybe it is something that has happened this week in training.
She does look in some discomfort down on that far side though. Maybe a lower back injury. We'll try and see what happened at halftime and update you all on what the injury is. The game's underway here. Great turn by Darby Whiteley. Georgia Grant looks for the ball for the switch. Miscleared by Claire Falls and won by Kenzie Osfield. She needs some help though. Breaks again. Jackson Tippett originally didn't think that was a free kick and then seemed to change his mind.
Just outside the box. I think there was the ball was definitely touched, but there was a bit of the ball, a bit of the ankle.
Chance here for Monaro to get themselves back in the game. In the 34th minute. And no surprises here. It's the captain, Rachel Hardwick, over the ball, who will fancy her chances just outside the box.
That was the first time Monaro was able to go through one or two Tuggeranong defender.
Jackson Tippett sets the wall. Oh, she scores a cracking free kick. What a goal. Rachel Hardwick, what a strike. And it's 1-1 here at Riverside Football Stadium.
Right under the crossbar, beautiful shot.
Not to let Russ Gibbs get a big head, but he just tapped me on the shoulder before that goal was scored and said, she'll score here. The man knows a tour thing about football here in Canberra, that's for sure. And it's 1-1. And game on. Compton clears the ball and it's Tuggeranong throw in. But what a strike though from Rachel Hardwick, who's definitely been Monaro's best player in the first 35 minutes of this contest, pulling the strings, as we said, in the midfield, but given a chance just outside the box, she'll find it. Jacqueline Freeman turns.
There was no question about it. She's clearly... It's a yellow card over here.
Another late whistle from Jackson Tippett here, and it's a free kick just outside the box of Tuggeranong United, and a yellow card shown.
Probably was trying to see if the advantage was going to play out for Tuggeranong United, and seeing that they lost the ball, decided to whistle the free kick.
Not too sure what the yellow card was for. Didn't think the tackle was that harsh to warrant a yellow. Maybe there was a bit of dissent after the whistle was blown. But anyway, the ball just outside the area here, and it's a goal scorer for Tuggeranong United, Rhiannon Daisley. Rhiannon Daisley crosses the ball into the box. Falls and well cleaned up by Janet King. Yet again, it was Jacqueline Freeman who wins that header in the first header, and it falls to her teammates. But the strike lacked pace, and easy save there for Janet King and goals. Monaro throw in on that far side, which will be taken by Riley Whiteley. The game has sprung to life after that strike from Rhiannon Daisley.
That goal definitely woke up Monaro Panthers, knowing that now they have to attack forward. Like I said, on the first opportunity they had to take over a couple of Tuggeranong defender, they got that beautiful free kick.
As you said, that was their first strike on target, and it was a goal. So
maximum efficiency.
That's the key stat, isn't it? Throw in here for Tuggeranong, which will be taken by Bozanovska. Yet again, throws it up to Jackie. And we'll have that play all over again, just another 10 metres up the field. Yet again, tries to find Jacqueline Freeman, who lays it off, but well intercepted. Brought down. Nipping in there, yet again, is Rachel Hardwick, who wins her side a free kick. A great first 37 minutes for Monaro's captain. Capped off with a brilliant free kick just outside the box. Georgia Grant will send the ball long here. Cleared into her own face by Sarah Daisley.
Nice long shot by Rachel Hardwick, trying herself from 35 metres up.
Well, she's got a bit of confidence after that first strike, so forced Jacqueline Freeman here, but well won.
She spoiled her stat sheet though. You have now one goal for 2 attempts.
Great switch here by Isabella Wallace to find Elizabeth Edwards, who takes on Claire Falls and gets the byline. And it's a corner for Monaro Panthers after a bit of indecision by the official on the far side. But the decision is a corner, and this is Monaro's first corner kick of the game, which was taken by Rachel Hardwick.
No one in the Tuggeranong defence contested it, so we'll say it's the right decision.
It's always the right decision for the referees. Always the right decision. Ball here for Rachel Hardwick. Great ball. Falls at the back post. And it's cleared by Frosinello. And Tuggeranong break. Georgia Grant here picks up the ball in midfield. Pass back to Isabella Wallace, who tries some fights at captain, but well intercepted by Tuggeranong. But Georgia Wallace cleans up a mistake, and it falls to Compton, who plays back to Janet King, and Monaro will have a chance to put a foot on the ball and switches the ball out wide, but well intercepted by Tuggeranong. But Compton's there to clean up. And it'll trickle out for a goal kick. Janet King finds Rachel Hardwick in the middle of the field, who has time to turn and find her teammate in Darby Whiteley. He passes the ball forward to Kenzie Osfield. Here comes that switch. Well won by Monica Eaton. But she turns the ball over, and Tuggeranong have a chance here to break. Jacqueline Freeman free on the right-hand side. Well tracked by Georgia Grant. Jacqueline Freeman cuts inside and turns the ball over. Disappointing end to what could have been a quick break for Tuggeranong United.
Good effort on the right side by Jacqueline Freeman, who did well getting rid of Georgia Grant. Unfortunately, the ball a little bit too short for Laneto.
No surprises here who the ball goes towards, Jacqueline Freeman, but well intercepted by Hardwick. Wins the ball here again. Passes to Monica Eaton, who returns the favour for Rachel Hardwick to chase. It's a throw in from Monaro Panthers here on this near side, which will be taken by Georgia Grant. Not many options. Throws down the line to Monica Eaton. Finds her captain in the midfield. Passes out wide to Riley Whiteley on that right-hand side. Ball in behind here for Kenzie Osfield, but well cleaned up by the 14-year-old. Great composure. Osfield the ball comes off Osfield last, and it's a throw in for Tuggeranong United.
Great defense by Anne-Marie Sims. Cuts the ball and then follows up her effort to make sure that her side ends up with the ball.
Tuggeranong try to break here, using the pace of Chloe Daisley on that far side. But well cleared by Monaro Panthers. It'll be a throw in to Tuggeranong United. Poor touch, and it goes out for a throw in from Monaro, who tried to move the game on quickly. Finds Darby Whiteley in the midfield there, who puts the ball long, but well controlled by Anna-Marie Sims in that back line for Tuggeranong United, and passes back to Isabella Senzari, but turns the ball over here. Chance. Isabella Senzari comes out to clear the ball and doesn't win the ball and takes out the man.
Bit of a clumsy effort. No consequences, luckily. The Tuggeranong defense was able to clear the ball eventually.
A few shouts for a free kick from the strong Panthers fan base here. But it goes unheard from Jackson Tippett, and it's a goal kick to Tuggeranong.
I think if Kenzie Osfield would have gone to the ball after she was touched by Sanzari, the referee potentially would have whistled that, but she looked like she didn't know where the ball was. Definitely not the most controlled effort by Sanzari.
2 minutes to go till half time. Sanzari turns the ball over from the goal kick, but Jacqueline Freeman, my mistake, wins the ball. Advantage played from Jackson Tippett. Great passing move here from Tuggeranong. As Freeman holds the ball up for a midfield to come into the game. Finds some space on that left-hand side. A throw-in will be taken by Claire Falls. Chloe Daisley wins the throw-in. Tries to find someone in the midfield, but turned over and cleared by Rachel Hardwick. Monaro have the ball here. Good break. Great tackle though. Falls to Ferranetto. Has time here. Cuts back inside of Rachel Hardwick. Finds a teammate. Shot. Which stays in for the moment. And will go out for a goal kick.
Good effort from Ferranetto, who sort of lost Rachel Hardwick with her little dribbles. Unfortunately, the subsequent shot did not find the net.
We're going to turn the ball over here. Ferranetto comes into the midfield. Here's the goal scorer, Rhiannon Days, who has another strike. And this time, Janet King does not spill the ball and holds on comfortably. Moves the game on quickly. Punts the ball forward. Anne-Marie Sims comes from the back line. Finds Chloe Daisy in a lot of space. And here comes in behind. Shot. And misses to the near side. Acres of space in that back line. Monaro seemed to fall asleep, and Chloe Daisy had time to turn and find her teammate breaking down the left-hand side, but unfortunately the shot didn't hit the target and didn't trouble Janet King in goals. Lucky escape for Monaro. Brosnich with the ball here. Great turn by Daisley. No free kick given. Great control by Isabella Wallace. But that dogged defence from Ferranetto. Ball breaks out wide. Great tackle from Anna-Marie Sims. Saves Tuggeranong. Miscommunication there by the Monaro Panthers defence, and it's half-time here at Riverside Football Stadium. What an entertaining first 45 minutes of football.
You could see that for the first half hour, the teams were definitely observing each other. Then that beautiful shot, let's call it opportunistic shot from Rhiannon Daisley from 40 meters, who went just through the gloves of Janet King, unfortunately. Great response by Monaro Panthers, though, with that beautiful free kick from Rachel Hardwick. Looking forward to that second half. Like Lan, that was a great end to the first half.
The score is 1-1 here at between Monaro Panthers and Tuggeranong United at Riverside Football Stadium. Tune in for the second 45 minutes shortly. Welcome back to Riverside Football Stadium, where the score is 1-1 between Monaro Panthers and Tuggeranong United after two spectacular strikes in the first 45 minutes. Ryan Daisley scored from 40 yards out, which slips through the hands of Janet King on goals, and the quick response from Rachel Hardwick from Monaro Panthers. Brilliant free kick, which slipped under the crossbar and equalled the score. 1-1 here as we wait for the referees. I think the only people we're missing to start the second half. Just enjoying their break a little bit too much. What are your thoughts on the first 45 minutes, Jeremy?
I think it was a great game. I think, like we said at the beginning, the focus for Monaro was to not concede too many goals or opportunities, and I think the goal that was scored was opportunistic, I said, at the end of the first half. So I think it went well for Monaro. Tuggeranong was well in place and went from defending really low to slowly defending higher. That free kick that they conceded, great effort by Hardwick, good on her. I think I'm looking forward to that second half and seeing how either team respond, because I don't think the draw is a good score for either of team, to be honest. So we'll see how that goes.
Especially for Tuggeranong United, who really fancy themselves as a chance to finish in the top four this season. A draw here won't be enough. This is a game that they must win if they see themselves as a top four side. Jackson Tipper blows a whistle underway, and Monaro have the ball to start off, and it comes out wide here to young Riley Whiteley. Great little turn by Darby Whiteley. Tuggeranong on a high press here, see if they can win the ball back. They have done so. Filanetto passes wide. Brought down by Sarah Daisley. Claire Falls breaks. Cross. Straight into the gloves of Janet King and goals from Monaro Panthers. Bright start from Tuggeranong though in the early 45 seconds. Definitely showing their intent to press Monaro high up the pitch and turn the ball over. Great little turn there by Filanetto. Passes back to the goal scorer, Ryan Daisley. Filanetto has the ball again. Looks for the ball in behind for the substitution, Sturgio. And Riley Whiteley clears for a Tuggeranong United throw in on this near side.
Doesn't seem like there was any substitution at halftime, but we can see that Tuggeranong is coming back on a 4-3-3. Filanetto seems like she's playing in the midfield, and the three in front will be Ariane Sturgeon and Chloe Daisley and Jacqueline Freeman.
Ball down the line here, but well cleared by the small 14-year-old Anna Marie Sims, who's had a cracking debut in that backline for Tuggeranong United. Hasn't looked out of place at all. Dealt with problems when it's come her way.
I think you understand why Michael Haldred was confident putting her in a back line. She seems very composed, very confident. Didn't hesitate several times to cut balls, and has a very sure passing game. Just when I say that, she just lost the ball.
You've jinxed her. But well won there by Filanetto. He finds the goal scorer Daisley, who puts the ball in behind for the Sturgio, who tries and wins with her pace, but well cleared by Compton, and wins herself a throw in as well. Definitely looks like a tactic very early on in the first couple of minutes to use Sturgio's pace down that left-hand side, find balls in behind, trouble Compton with speed, but that time Compton was up for the challenge.
And look at how the Tuggeranong players are for that throw-in. All of them in Monaro's side, defending really high.
Definitely a high press here, but the ball breaks, and Elizabeth Edwards. It's 3-on-3 here as the ball comes wide for Kenzie Osfield. Looks at her options in the middle. Doesn't cross the ball in. Wants some help down that corner flag, and seems content for a throw-in. Opportunity missed there maybe by Monaro Panthers. 3-on-3. You'd think they'd go for the killer instinct and go for a goal, but Kenzie Osfield was very happy just to win a throw in. Ball breaks here to Sturgio down the left-hand side. The ball is overhit to Freeman, who wins the ball back. Tries to turn the favour. But Compton again clears and snuffs out the danger Freeman was presenting.
Coming back on that counter-attack that Monaro has, I think Sims and Mustaine in the Tuggeranong defence communicated really well. Sims was beaten and Mustaine just came over and cut it and I guess prevented Osfield from doing anything with the ball. I think the good defensive effort from Tuggeranong.
We've got a substitution here as Heather Brayshaw hobbles off. Should be replaced by Kira Donadell. I think that's coming on.
It is.
In that back line. Actually, it looks like Isabella Wallace has dropped into the back four at the moment, and Kira will play that defensive midfield position. Hardwick disdainfully smashes the ball out for a throw-in, which will be taken by Bozanovska, who yet again finds Freeman with the throw-in, but it's cleared by Darby Whiteley. Yet again, throw-in comes to Freeman, holds the ball up with Compton on it, great turn, fires the ball into the box. Hardwick wins the ball back, but a late whistle from referee for a handball relieves the pressure and Monaro will flood forward. Quick free kick taken here by Janet King. Georgia Grant holds the ball up. And well cleared by Bozanovska on that far side. And it looks like there's actually been a second substitution as well. It's Cassandra Glugaman, the former Tuggeranong United player, is now playing on that far left-hand side. She's on the ball here, finds the ball to Osfield, tries to turn the pass, intercepted. Osfield intercepts that pass. Fernando, great ball in behind for Freeman to chase. But she's beaten to the ball by the pacey Isabella Wallace, who puts the ball out for a throw-in.
Great show of space from Isabella Wallace. She was probably right besides Jacqueline Freeman at the beginning of that ball and ended up 5 meters forward. Great run.
Young 16-year-old shifting into that back line with the departure of Heather Brayshaw. Normally plays in that midfield position, but has dropped into the back line, and you can see why Paul Townsley has trusted her to fill in the gap. Goal kick here to Monaro Panthers. These 7 minutes into this second half. The game has settled nicely. Riley Whiteley put under pressure here. Ball falls to Anna Marie Sims. Who's Kenzie? Dogged rides a few challenges and wins the free kick.
Great effort by the youngster for Tuggeranong, who did not let Kenzie Osfield get the better of her, protecting the ball the right way and getting a free kick that she's going to shot herself.
Ball falls here. Jacqueline Freeman. But Janet King comes off her line and snuffs out the danger. Quickly moves the ball on to Guglemin on that left-hand side, who brings the ball under control. Rachel Hardwick turns here. Sergio using her pace, breaks on the left-hand side. Cuts back inside her right foot, but turns the ball over. A bit of miscommunication there between Freeman and Sergio. The ball trickles out for a throw in here, which will be taken by Clare Falls. Sturgis wins the throw in. Finds Freeman in the midfield. Ball over hit to held up by Osfield, but turns the ball over and Freeman wins it back. Finds a goal scorer in Rhiannon Daisley. Space out here for Tuggeranong, who look for Sturgis pace in behind, who accidentally trips over a defender. And Riley Whiteley, and free kick to Monaro Panthers.
She knew she fouled her as soon as she touched her. She didn't even chase the ball.
Sturgis has been lively since coming on for Bayern in that first half, using her pace in behind.
Yeah, she came on just 10 minutes before the end of the first half, and she had a good opportunity on the left-hand side at the end of that first half. And now on the second half, we can see that pace and that energy that she's bringing to the Tuggeranong squad.
Ball put in behind for young Chloe Daisley to chase, but Janet King comes out, picks the ball up. Rachel Hardwick turns the ball here, tries and finds her teammate out wide, and cleared by Tuggeranong. Good try. Flanetto. Ball comes out to Elizabeth Edwards, who's surrounded by Tuggeranong players, but decides to take them on. Rides the challenge, wins the ball, rides the challenge, another challenge, breaks down again. And Annie-Marie Sims comes and cleans up, but referee Tippett has blown for a free kick and a chance for Monaro to put the ball into a box.
Good effort by Elizabeth Edwards on the right-hand side. She had two Tuggeranong players in front of her, and yet she made it to pass both of them. Sims was there to cover, but there was a free kick rightfully whistled by Jackson Tippett.
Rachel Hardwick stands over the ball. Puts it straight to the keeper, who comes out and nice catch. Shane clearance from Compton, but Isabel Wallace is there to clean up. Fornello intercepts the ball, but Monaro do well to clear their lines. We'll have a throw in to Tuggeranong United high up the pitch on that right hand side.
There was a very sure effort from Isabella Zanzari on that free kick, very reassuring for the defense. She went out, we heard her voice, she just picked the ball mid-air, making sure that no Monaro striker could get a touch of it.
Bosnowska with the throw in here. Finds her teammate in Chloe Daisley. But Monaro win the ball back. Great pressure by Fornello, who breaks into the box. Shot! Diving save from Janet King, snuffs out the danger. Fornello's looked lively early on in this second half.
That was a great effort, great incursion in the box. A tackle from Tembi Compton could have been dangerous, but Fernando could kick the ball right before Compton got on it. Good intensity for those first 10 minutes in the second half.
Annie-Marie Sims wins a free kick. Just here near on halfway, which she will take. Goes short. Finds Sarah Daisley. Loose passage of play here. Laura Mustaine cleans up. And Monaro break for Leto. Looks for the ball into the box, but Compton blocks the cross, and it's a throw into Tuggeranong United.
Huge difference with the first half. Each counter-attack from Tuggeranong finds 4 or 5 players going after the ball, whether in the first half there was a little bit of, I guess...
Ball falls here. Daisley looking for a second, fails to get the ball on target.
Good effort by Sturgeon, putting pressure on the goalkeeper, Janet King, who couldn't get the ball quite right, and then Sturgeon gave the ball back to Daisley, who unfortunately could not. Maybe the body position was a little bit behind and could not get the ball in the net.
Janet King has looked shaky under the high ball, so maybe a few more crosses will come in from here. Rough challenge from Annie Marie Sims, who just clashes into the back of Kenzie Osfield. They've had a lively battle here in the second half and gets a stern talking to from the referee.
It's just making sure a striker knows that she's there.
Youthful exuberance. Free kick from Monaro here. Hardwick over the ball. Ball finds its way. No one touches the ball. 4 or 5 players jump for that and it missed all of them. But Bozanovska for Tuggeranong clears and it's a throw in from Monaro. Georgia Grant throws it in. Finds a teammate in Darby Whiteley who takes on a few, rides a few challenges. But it's a heavy touch and it trickles out for a goal kick.
Almost 50 minutes in Lachlan, and we'll take advantage of that goal kick to talk about the other NPLW games going on this weekend. A little bit later today at 3 p.m, Canberra Olympic is hosting Western FC. Which will be a very interesting game when we saw the level of Canberra Olympic last week with Nicole Begg and the Twinsies de Rochester, who didn't play last weekend but should play this weekend. And tomorrow we got 2 games going on with Wagga City hosting Canberra, Croatia at 3 p.m. and at 4:20 Canberra United Academy will be hosting Gongaling for the game of the weekend.
Just a quick break in play here as I think it's Georgia Grant who just took an absolute rocket of a ball into her face. The referee quickly blew his whistle to stop the play just to make sure she's alright. Close range, absolutely copped one in the face. Hope she's okay out there.
I like that new rule that every time a ball hits a face or every time there's a head injury, the referee straight away will stop the ball. I think it's very good for the safety of our players.
Harrison to use this opportunity for a quick team huddle in the middle. But as you were saying, there's some great matches to look forward to this weekend, especially this afternoon at 3 p.m. As soon as this game concludes, switch over to the next channel to watch Canberra Olympic take on Woden Western, which should be a cracking game. Both sides lost last weekend, but tough contest for sure. And Canberra Olympic, who were wooden spooners last year, fancied themselves playing in that top 4. And as you said, the recruitment of the Sykes sisters is a huge coup for the competition. So tune in for that one, that's for sure.
And they both suffered very, very tight losses last week. 2-0 for Olympic, 1-0 for Woden. Canberra Olympic are also really fancied new recruits, Sienna Farrar and Hemmings in the back line. I think it'll be a great game. You'll be happy to know that you'll hear my voice again tomorrow afternoon at 4:20 with Matt Nicoletti. Will be commenting the Academy against Gongaling game on Bar TV as always.
Let's pay attention to the action here right in front of us now. Ball comes to the right, and Daisley, who turns very nicely. Yet again, looks for that pace from Sergio down the left-hand side. Well contested by Riley Whiteley here. But Sergio does has the ball. Second effort there from Riley Whiteley. Great work from the youngster. Throw in, no surprises, finds Freeman. Who dipping shot from Fuller Neto. Just skims the crossbar.
We were expecting that long shot from Fernando for a while, and there it was a little bit over the crossbar, but great effort.
That play the throw in and corners always aim for Freeman to bring it down for a teammate. That works. Freeman with the shot. Misses to the near side. Tuggeranong looking very lively in this second half. Pressing Monaro high at the pitch, waiting for the turnover, finding Freeman's feet, laying it off to the midfield to come into the game.
And another great effort by Fernando, who's keen on shining on her all stomping ground.
Well won by Daisley. Throws her body into the firing line and wins her side a free kick. Good opportunity here for Tuggeranong. Will Daisley fancy her chances and try and score 2 goals from 40 yards out this afternoon?
I don't see why not. I mean, we've seen how successful those long-range shots could be against Monaro Panthers. I would definitely happily try myself at one of them.
Numbers in the box, but Dazzy does go for it herself. But King comes in and claims it on her chest. Fires the ball long. Anna-Marie brings it under control, but turns it over. Osfield finds Gugliman, but turns the ball over. On to Sturgio. Holds the ball up for Daisley. That's Rhiannon Daisley. It looks for the return pass. Sturgio chases it in behind. And it's well cleared by Riley Whiteley. Good little contest brewing on that left-hand side here between Riley Whiteley and Sturgio.
Sturgio has some pace on Whiteley, but Whiteley is always well positioned, making sure that Sturgio doesn't have enough space to express herself.
Isabella Wallace clears. Forced to Fulanetto. Freeman throws herself into the mix. And Wallace clears it. The game has definitely opened up compared to the first 45 minutes.
Most of the first 20 minutes have been in Monaro's side, unfortunately for the home team. But we can see that Tuggeranong is opening themselves and potentially at risk of a counter-attack, not defending as low as they were on the first half.
Sarah Daisley finds Fulanetto, who finds Chloe Daisley, who finds Freeman. Tries to return the pass to Fulanetto in behind. Holds the ball up and turns. A great challenge. Ball into the box. And it's out for a goal kick. Two very distinct styles of play here this afternoon. Tuggeranong pressing high. Monaro still trying to play out from the back and just looking for that counter-attack. Well intercepted again by Tuggeranong, playing with danger here, Monaro. Great pressure by Freeman. Well won here by Claire Falls. Turns by Freeman turns. Fulanetto tries to hit it first time, but miss-hit.
A bit of precipitation in that out-of-the-box shot. She didn't take the time to place her left foot nicely next to the ball so she could shot it right. Unfortunate, but great sequence of play again by the Tuggeranong offense.
Rachel Harwick snuffs out that Tuggeranong United through ball, and we have a throw in here to Bozanovska, who finds Lara Mustaine, my mistake. Great touch, Freeman, who finds him behind Sturgio. But yet again, it's Isabella Wallace who's in that makeshift back line who clears the trouble.
Every time the ball goes to Jacqueline Freeman, that one control, one touch, beautiful passes. Great effort by the Tuggeranong striker today.
The ball hits the corner post and it's now a throw in for Tuggeranong. As you can probably hear through the mics, it's getting quite windy now as the breeze comes in down in Queanbeyan. Isabella Wallace wins that ball there, clears her lines. That's coming straight back from Tuggeranong. As Chloe Daisley puts pressure on Georgia Grant out there on that left back, who clears for a throw in to Tuggeranong. Throw into Freeman, who lays it off to Bozanovska, who goes further back but turns the ball over. It's Cassandra Guglielmin, who finds Osfield in the middle. Numbers here for Monaro. Osfield takes on the player, but turns the ball over with the pass. Does the splits. Shot. Oh,
Great shot by Rachel Hardwick.
the ball just, after a great chance for Monaro, just fell to Hardwick, who didn't think twice about hitting it and nearly caught Isabella Sanzari off her line, and just playing with confidence, that's for sure, is Rachel Hardwick. Score remains 1-0 here as another substitution takes place. And I believe it's Chloe Daisley who's come off. And she's replaced by Eliza Ferguson. Thanks, Jeremy. Ferguson did play the reserves game before this as well, so let's see how much of an effect that's played on her. She does have a lot of pace to burn as well, so maybe that's something that Coach Michael Aldred has seen as a threat this second half, just using the pace in behind of Sturgio and now Ferguson. Isabella Wallace clears. There's a throw in here for Tuggeranong.
Another player that we saw in that reserves game was Monaro striker Osfield, who did play a few minutes at the end of that game. And good on her for still being in the game right now, half an hour into the second half.
Great turn by Compton under pressure. King cleans up and boots the ball long. Tough ball for Anna Marie Sims, but the no-nonsense clearance gets it out of here, and it's a throw-in for Monaro. Well intercepted there on the near side by Claire Falls. And Riley Whiteley will take it again. She finds Elizabeth Edwards. Rhiannon Daisley wins the ball there in the midfield. Tough battle. Bit scrappy, but Rachel Hardwick shows her class and turns out of trouble, and the ball is overhit. Risky pass by Sinzari out from the back, and luckily it only goes out for a throw-in. Monaro looked ready to pounce on that mistake.
It was a lot to ask for Bozinovska to chase that ball, but they got the ball in the end, so well done.
Free kick here for Tuggeranong. I don't think it was a handball signalled by the referee. Bozinovska boots the ball forward. Guglielmin against her old side, picks up the ball, takes on the midfield. Lively little player. Great feet by Darby Whiteley, who finds Rachel Hardwick, who goes for goal. It's off target.
I think Rachel Hardwick saw that Isabella Sanzari was between her 6 meters and the penalty spot, and she tried herself at a cheeky lob from long range. Would have been a beautiful goal. It was definitely intended.
That's the second time in this second half that she's just shoot on sight. Ball falls here for Darby Whiteley, who shoots, but straight at Sanzari, who catches nicely.
Very sure save from the Tuggeranong goalkeeper.
Kicks out to Sturgeon. He tries to use her pace, but overhits it. And Riley Whiteley will take the throw in here on the near side. Just under 18 minutes to go here at Riverside Football Stadium. The score is 1-1 after two cracking first half goals. First by Rhiannon Daisley, who got a quick reply from Rachel Hardwick. Here comes Darby Whiteley, breaks forward, but snuffed out by Sims, who comes back for seconds. Ball put in behind for Guglielmin. Uses her pace. Stands the player up, goes through the legs. well cleared back there by Lara Mustaine. Great turn by Rachel Hardwick, who beats one, beats two, beats three. Shoots. Fails to get it on target. She's disappointed with herself there, but beautiful feet as she danced through the Tuggeranong United's defence.
She's getting all her confidence back. She's on every single opportunity for Monaro. That long ball in the left side for Gulieming was from her, and right now, beautiful show of skills, getting rid of three defenders, trying herself at a shot just outside the box.
Trying to play out from the back here, and they do so nicely. But the ball goes out. Compton lets it go out for a throw-in.
Bit of a hobble from Compton right here, who seems injured on her right knee. We can see from the strap.
Some heavy strapping there, yeah. Thumbs up to the bench though, should be okay. Stretches it out. Well done by Claire Falls, who clears the ball. Rachel Hardwick has found herself with some decent opportunities in this second half. It's definitely pressing higher up the field. Definitely sees herself as a threat for Tuggeranong United here. Ball to Freeman's feet, who holds up nicely, tries to find Sturgeon in behind. And there's Hardwick again. Great little ball out there to Guglielmin, who holds it up, steps over, loose pass, and Sims clears. Well won there by Sophia Filinetto. Rhiannon Daisley finds Sturgeon. And well won again by Riley Whiteley, who's kept Sturgeon under wraps this second half. Sturgeon with the ball. Daisy brings it out. There's pressure. Great composure from Sims. Good passage of play here from Tuggeranong United. Ball in behind for Freeman, who's onside. Numbers to beat. Tries and finds her strike partner.
That was a great ball.
Ball was overhit.
That was a great ball from Desley for Freeman right there. Nice through ball. Freeman just on the line next to Compton, and then that pass for Ferguson. It was a little bit too long. Good effort by Tuggeranong that had to answer after those 2-3 shots by Rachel Hardwick that seemed to have brought the balance back in that game.
Definitely the best passage of play from Tuggeranong United in this game so far. Crisp passing, and they found Freeman in behind, who looked for a strike partner instead of going for the shot herself.
Second time she does that. Second time that she's getting the ball around the box, and instead of trying to shoot, she's finding for the assist. Very selfless play from Freeman.
Well won there by Bozanovska. Ball falls here to Sarah Daisley. Well won by Anna-Marie Sims. Osfield drops back into the midfield for the moment. And well won here by Elizabeth Edwards, who breaks forward and looks for the pass to Rachel Hardwick, her captain. Miscommunication. Oh! Rough challenge from Rachel Hardwick, which could turn out nasty. Pushes the defender into the goalkeeper and earns herself a booking.
Lack of control by Rachel Hardwick, who I think was hoping for miscommunication between Lara Mustaine and Isabel Zanzari. That's why she kept going after the ball, but she could have stopped before. Unfortunately, stumbled onto Mustaine, who could have hurt herself with Zanzari.
Tuggeranong United again try and play out from the back, and they do so under some pressure from Monaro. Well held up, comes to Freeman, who finds Fulinetto out there on the right hand side, who looks for the ball in behind, which wasn't well anticipated, but Ferguson uses her pace and earns Tuggeranong United a throw in. I think as Monaro start to get a little bit tired in that back line, in that midfield, and as Hardwick pushes further up the field, more space is being found by Tuggeranong United's midfield, and chances will fall to them. Hardwick cleans up the ball. Hardwick is definitely the heart and soul of this team. Just ticks the ball over. What a great recruit for Monaro.
She's definitely dictating the tempo in that team. They were a bit under at the beginning of that second half, and then 2-3 opportunities in a row gave confidence to her team. Very good boost, and you could see that they all started defending a little bit higher after that. She's always doing the extra effort. She's always bringing the intensity of that midfield. Like you said, a really, really good recruit for the Monaro side.
Just over 10 minutes to go here at Riverside Football Stadium, and the score is still 1-1. Which side will press on and get a much-needed 3 points for both these sides?
I stick to my guns and my predictions. I was going for a 2-1 for Tuggeranong, and I think there's still the opportunity. I think we can see that Monaro Panthers might tire a little bit. We can hear the much recognizable voice of Michael Aldred on the other side, asking his troops to go and press higher and higher.
Free kick here for Monaro after a clumsy challenge from Sarah Daisley comes into the top in the header, and there has been a late goal in this fixture, corresponding fixture last year when a late strike won all 3 points for Tuggeranong in a 3-2 win. So Tuggeranong know they can do it again. Dances.
Good effort by Guglielmin over there on the left side, who tried herself at a shot from 25 meters.
Ball falls here to Elizabeth Edwards, who holds it up. Tries to find the reverse pass, but doesn't come off. And Claire Falls will throw the ball in here. Yet again, it's that battle between Riley Whiteley here and Sturgeon down this near side. It's turned out to be a really good battle. She throws in here, Riley Whiteley, intercepted by Sturgeon. Wins the ball again. Finds Rhiannon Daisley. Looks for the ball in behind. No one was really there, but they do press. See if they can turn the ball over here. Won by Sarah Daisley. Anne-Marie Sims clears the ball. Hardwick looks for the ball in behind, looking for Osfield's pace, but well off her line is Senzari, who clears. End-to-end stuff here as Ferguson breaks and King clears. It's a United throw-in on this near side. Both teams are willing to risk it for all 3 points here as the clock ticks down and to less than 9 minutes to go. Here at Riverside Football Stadium, score is 1-1 between Tuggeranong United and Monaro Panthers. Rachel Hardwick clears the ball forward. And we'll have that exact same throw-in for the exact same spot.
Both teams clearly trying everything they have to try and score that much-needed second goal. It was a great inspiration by Rachel Hardwick trying to get that ball through to Osfield. One touch, but Anzari had seen it all and really well anticipated that ball.
Great turn there by Isabella Wallace under immense pressure from Freeman. And here comes Rachel Hardwick, who wins the ball, rides a couple of challenges, finds Guglielmin. Great save by the keeper.
What a save.
That took a lot of courage to come out and snuff out that challenge. Threw her body on the line and save Guglielmin from getting the strike on target.
Great position. She didn't throw herself too fast or too slow. She just went to the ball right when Guglielmin was about to get her second touch. Very good goalkeeping by Sanzari, excuse me. And again, all came from Rachel Hardwick, who got the ball in the midfield and who could gave a beautiful ball to Guglielmin on the side.
Osfield has the ball here, turns inside, looks for the ball into the box. Well snuffed out by Sims. Here's Donadell, who finds Hardwick, who shoots again, but straight at the keeper, who cleans up. Looks for Sturgeon, who controls the ball, but Donadell comes in. Here comes Elizabeth Edwards, who turns. Sturgeon comes in behind, and well cleared by the young 14-year-old. Anna-Marie Sims snuffing out the danger yet again. Speaking of her, here she is again. Who finds the ball forward for Ferguson, who puts pressure on Compton, who puts the ball out for a throw-in. Well done by Ferguson. Here she is, shoots on sight. Easy enough for Janet King, though, to straight to her. The game is really opening up now as Georgia Grant finds Donadell. Finds Whiteley. Looks at Gulliman out on that left-hand side, but well intercepted by Bozanovska for Tuggeranong. Again, it's Bozanovska who clears the ball. Monaro throw in. Bozanovska wins the header. And it's cleared by Sarah Daisley. Georgia Grant fakes to throw it in. Does so now. Finds Guglielmin, who rides a tough challenge, turns her man. Beautiful dancing feet. Finds Osborne, who tries to return the pass. But Tuggeranong intercept. The ball is camped out here in Tuggeranong's half. Great run. I think that was by Darby Whiteley into the box. Beats her man, but well cleared again by Tuggeranong.
Huge pressure on Tuggeranong United those past 5 minutes.
Paul Townsley makes his final sub for the afternoon, bringing off Georgia Grant, who's had a great game in that left back position. And Brooke Jones comes on to fill that spot. Round Daisley falls back into the back line to clear. Falls to Oswald, who lays it back. Deflection. Anna-Marie Sims clears. Shot. Sails over the crossbar by Darby Whiteley. Monaro coming. They're pushing hard.
Great shot again. Just a meter up the crossbar, but Monaro was really pressing high and get the ball again.
Here comes Elizabeth Edwards down that right-hand side. Stands up, Claire falls. Tries to get the cross in. Blocked the first time. Crosses the ball in. Finds Guglielmin at the back post. But a strike lacks power. And Cesare picks up the ball. Monaro have really had the better of the last 10 minutes. Can they capitalise?
Certainly look the more confident side right now, and with 5 minutes left, Tuggeranong will want to give their side some much needed air.
Hardwick tries and controls the ball. Donadell finds Osford in some space. He finds Hardwick, who puts the ball over for Guglielmin. It's the second or third time we've seen that passage of play where Hardwick finds Guglielmin out wide. The dancing feet again, the return pass. But well cleaned up by Laura Mustaine.
Great combination and working combination between Hardwick and Guglielmin. She always knows that she's going to be on the far left over there, and she doesn't hesitate to put the ball above the defense, the Tuggeranong defense.
Again, it's Mustaine who intercepts, and it's another throw in for Monaro. Taken by Jones, who throws it in short. Mustaine clears again. Here's Filinetto. We haven't called her voice in the last 10-15 minutes. Guglielmin on the ball again, on that far side. Takes on a few. Finds Donadell. Here comes Rhiannon Daisley, who breaks away. Overhits the pass. Ferguson pressures. And it's a throw in for Tuggeranong. Looked like Rachel Hardwick was taken out of the play accidentally, as that's the same view of the referee here. For the first time in a 10-15 minutes. The ball is up in Tuggeranong's forward half. She finds Sarah Daisley, who tries her luck, but doesn't trouble Janet King in goals, who catches calmly. Anna-Marie Sims wins another clearance. What a great debut. Great starting debut, should I say. Claire Falls clears. It's a throw in from Monaro.
We are in the last minute of the game now, and it's now or never really for both teams.
Ball falls to Donadell, who wins it. Hardwick turns, beats her man. Oh, tries and finds Googlyman on that side again. That is the tactic, it seems. Hardwick on the ball here. Takes on a few. Finds Oswald, holds the ball up. There's Hardwick again. Falls to her. Oh, what a strike. Unlucky. Drifts just wide of the post. That could have been the winner for Monaro Panthers.
What a shot from Rachel Hardwick. Just wide, but what an inspiration.
Lots of tired legs out here. It's the last minute of play. Ball goes forward for Ferguson, who chased it in behind. She's got Compton beat for pace. A collision, she falls to the ground. No free kick. Here comes Hardwick. There's space. She goes that switch again out to Googlyman. And it's cleared by Bozanovska. The game's really come alive in the last 15-20 minutes. Pressure's on. It's in an added time here. Referee looks at his whistle. Looks at his watch, should I say. Looks to blow the whistle. And Marie Sims clears. Hardwick on the ball. Does she fancy a last strike? And it goes wide. Goal kick. Is that the last chance for Panthers to snatch all 3 points here?
Really solid last 15 minutes by the Panthers, who tried to score at all costs. Great effort by Rachel Hardwick. No nonsense this time for Tuggeranong defense, who tried to get the ball as far as possible.
They're not going to try and play out from the back with less than 30 seconds to go here. Bozanovska throws the ball long. Freeman wins it. Ball goes out for a throw-in. Finds Googlyman. Bozanovska clears. Thought it was another ball going out of the stadium. Well won by Fulanetto. Ball's got to go forward. They've got to have one more chance, Monaro. Here's Elizabeth Edwards, who wins the ball. Great tackle by Anna-Marie Sims. Great tackle. Fulanetto on the ball here. Tuggeranong have numbers forward. There's 3 up front. Ferguson chases in behind. So does Sturgeon. But the ball is overhit. Janet King wisely cleans up. Oswald wins the header. Sanzari clears. Looks at his whistle, the referee. And that is all she wrote.
What a second half.
What a last 15-20 minutes. Both sides threw the kitchen sink at each other, but yet the score is 1-1 between Tuggeranong United and Monaro Panthers.
I think it's a fair score. I think both teams had their moments. The beginning of the second half was definitely a great effort by Tuggeranong, and then Monaro slowly but surely took over the game behind great efforts by Rachel Hardwick, who made sure that her team grew in confidence, took chances. I think 1-1 is definitely a fair score for that game.
Just to recap here, the Tuggeranong United took the lead in the 28th minute through Rhiannon Daisley with a strike from 40 yards out, which spilt through the hands of Janet King and goals. But Monaro Panthers didn't let that bother them. They bounced back quickly and equalised through Rachel Hardwick, a cracking free kick just to the edge of the box. And after a crazy second half, crazy 45 minutes of football, it is still 1-1. And both sides walk away from Riverside Football Stadium with 1 point each. Thanks for watching this afternoon. Hope you enjoyed the coverage. head over now towards Canberra Olympic in Woden Western in the NPLW clash, which should be an absolute cracker. Thanks for joining. This is Lachlan Roberts signing off from Riverside Football Stadium.